We're actually going to a breaking news story that just came in over the Citizen app on this Juneteenth. Yes, happy Juneteenth, everyone. It is the federal observance today. We just got word from the Citizen app that a taxi has jumped the curb at West 30th, not West 29th, because that was a problem. Between West 30th and West 29th at Broadway here in Midtown South.
Head south on Broadway toward West 31st Street.
So I gotta monitor my time because I do gotta get back to Penn Station. I do have a train to catch. I'm taking the 217 out of here, so we're gonna take a look to see what's going on. And then I'm gonna make my way back to, what is it? Yeah, I'm thinking these cars can't get through. Yeah, these cars are smart. They know that they're stuck here because of the detours that they're making people go through. So, here's what we know right now according to Citizen app. A taxi jumped the curb and struck a couple of people. We don't know how many people were struck, but we do know again, Midtown South has responded, so that's a good sign. From what I'm hearing on the Citizen app, a couple of people were taken to NYC Health Bellevue Hospital. This is what we know right now. West 29th Street is closed between West 28th and West 29th here at Broadway. So, in a way, we should be relieved today's federal because not that many people should be on the road today. But, yep, we have a large police presence around here. Let's see if we can go around and try to get a decent view on this side of the street.
You've arrived.
So, it looks like they do have this part of the sidewalk also closed here at West 29th and Broadway. So, I don't think we're going to be able to get a view of the taxi that was involved in this incident. Hang on, folks. I think I see Dan Rivoli. Okay, so Channel 1 is here today. Good. That is a sigh of relief. Dan Rivoli's here. So, this is what we know right now. Again, it looks like we can get a view of the taxi. Yeah, taxi jumped the curb. Oh man, I just got a good thumbnail. Look at that, folks. So we do again have Midtown South here. It appears, from what I'm seeing, apparently the taxi, this is a Toyota Camry Crossover SUV, probably a 2021 or a 2022 model. Yeah, it looks like somebody was in the bike lane and it looks like this got hit. Whoa, boy. You literally cannot make this stuff up. And again, mind you, today's a federal holiday, so people are right now taking their phones out. We have Pix 11 here. We have Channel 1, which again, I just saw Dan Rivoli, so that's good. So it sounds like Channel 1 is gonna do a report tonight at 10, hopefully. So, I'm gonna leave the scene right now before it gets too hectic because I'm afraid they're gonna close this part of Broadway off at any moment. So I need to leave now so I can make my train. Okay, guys, I know you can't see it, but we do have an NYPD helicopter flying over the scene right now. I've just received a couple more details on Citizen app. So here's what we know right now. According to Midtown South, we have 4 confirmed people injured at this time that have all been taken to Bellevue Hospital. We do not know how serious the injuries are right now, but we do know at this moment the traffic here on 6th Avenue is a complete mess right now. Traffic is at a standstill. We have multiple units from Midtown South on their way responding to see what's going on. Multiple ambulances again have come here in this area. We are looking now at West 30th, right by 6th Avenue, as I am walking now to Penn Station to get my 217 eastbound train to Port Washington. So, again, we do have, again, an NYPD helicopter circling over this area right now, according to Flight Radar 24. All right, I just saw somebody from the press walk past me, so they're probably on their way. They figured it's much easier to get to it on foot right now, which I can't blame that person. But as I said, I just saw Dan Rivoli from Channel 1, so that's a good sign. It's crazy enough to think that I was gonna go into Penn Station, wait for my train. All right, I don't know where the helicopter's going, but you guys can hear it right now. It is very loud. And right now, again, this is just my POV walk going to 32nd Street, where the entrance to Penn Station is. So I'm gonna go to Penn Station that way, so I can at least make up some time to hopefully get my train, which should be called about 2:07. Now, it is a normal weekday schedule today, but I just want to mention, let's pray for these 4 people, including, from what the Citizen app is saying, the driver was also injured in the wreck. The taxi did smash into the building like we just saw. So, yeah, look at this. West 30th is a nightmare right now, because you literally got people trying to get into the Flatiron District, where I just was, and trying to get into the Flatiron District is going to be a nightmare. So thank goodness my bus was not impacted by this. Ooh. I was literally ready to walk across the street to West 32nd, and as soon as I got the notification on Citizen app, oh yeah, I could definitely tell this is 7th Avenue right now. Yeah, this is 7th Avenue. And we have a lot of cars being detoured. Let's safely go on the street so that we don't get hit. Ugh. That's the last thing I need, is to get hit before I'm trying to take an eastbound train back to Queens. So let's show you the traffic right now on 7th Avenue. Ooh boy, folks. This is a nightmare. This is a nightmare trying to get into the Flatiron District right now. This is what it normally looks like on a gridlock alert day during the holiday season. That's how bad I can tell you it is today, folks. And I bet they're gonna get more emergency medical service out here. And funny enough, there's West 32nd. I just literally came from there.
I've never lived that far.
Folks, just let the Mercedes go. Jeez. Yeah, I bet these people are trying to get up 8th Avenue right now, because they're probably giving up. So, we have an undercover vehicle right now heading over to the scene. All right, breaking news. I just got an update from NBC4 New York. We're now up to 5 people confirmed injured. Repeat, 5 people confirmed injured, according to News 4 New York. They just broke this.
Good afternoon. My name is Deputy Chief John Shell, Chief Patroller's Office. At approximately 3 o'clock this afternoon at the intersection of West 29th and Broadway, we had a collision involving a yellow medallion cab and a bike. That was the first part of the collision. What we see on video is the following. The cab is making a left-hand turn onto Broadway, and there's a collision with the Bicyclist. After this collision, the cab slows down, continues to veer to the left, and mounts the sidewalk. At this time, through video evidence, the cab seems to speed up. It strikes two female victims and presses them against the wall. As this occurs, a remarkable scene took place. About 15 to 20 New Yorkers attempted to pick this cab off these women. Okay? In total, we have 6 victims at the hospital, including the cab driver. We have 3 critical, 3 non-critical. They all removed to a local hospital and we worked on right now. Okay, this job is about 2 hours old. Our highway investigation, who's here with me today, will be taking the lead. FD, I want to thank them. They were on scene quickly and rendered aid and did everything they could. And like I said, 15 to 20 New Yorkers tried to help this cab off these women. Okay, that's where we are right now. I'll open this up for any questions you might have. Josh.
Is there any sense of any potential criminality here, or is this just an accident?
Right now, it appears to be an accident, but our highway investigation team is here, and they'll be running through this in the next couple hours to figure out exactly what happened.
Chief, did this take place in the bicycle lane here, where we see the bike?
The initial primary collision happened right here at the intersection as the medallion cab's going westbound, making a left on Broadway going southbound, and the bike is also coming southbound. That's the initial collision. The secondary collision would be the cab slowing down, mounting the sidewalk at a slow rate of speed. Then he speeds up, striking the 2 females on the sidewalk.
Was the driver conscious? When authorities got here, was the driver conscious? Did he or she stand?
The driver is at the hospital now, and the medical personnel look at him.
An eyewitness told us that an eyewitness.
Jennifer.
Chief, were the pedestrians walking? Were they along here? Were they sitting? Is there any dining or something out there?
They were on the sidewalk. As to exactly what they're doing, the exact point of impact, unsure yet.
Carol.
Yeah, a witness told us the driver claimed he couldn't control his brakes and that he had no control over it.
We have no news of that. Like I said, a highway investigation will talk to witnesses, video, and the driver, and we'll put this all together.
All right, guys, we got time for 2 more. Checky.
Were the other victims inside the bagel shop, or were they all outside?
We don't know exactly. Inside, out. Obviously, they're outside. Were they walking, standing? We don't know yet.
All right, last question right here in the front.
Chief, just so I understand, the cab was making the left right here, hit the bicyclist somewhere right where we're standing here.
Right, so think of it as a T1, a collision, and the cab veers off to the left and keeps going to the left on the sidewalk.
Do you know where the bicyclist was traveling?
He was southbound on Broadway.
Okay, and then deliberately drove into the bike lane to try and stop. Is that
Not deliberately. It was a collision at the intersection. Our highway investigation will go through all that, what happened.
All right, thank you, everyone. We're done here. Thank you.
A taxi driver strikes a cyclist, loses control, and careens into a busy area in Midtown. Witnesses jumping in to try to save the wounded, some of them just walking in the streets. So you can imagine this was a scary scene for everybody there. New York One's Dan Rivoli has been speaking to witnesses. He was also there at the briefing earlier today with the NYPD. Hi, Dan.
Shannon, NYPD and witnesses describing a horrific crash involving that taxi driver, a cyclist, and people just enjoying a sunny day here on Broadway in a very busy, very lively area. I'm going to step aside just so our viewers can see the aftermath of this crash. The taxi is still there on the sidewalk. We got to the scene. You could still see the twisted metal from the seats and tables that were outside of that bagel shop, Black Seed Bagel, on Broadway between West 29th Street and West 28th Street. And all 6 people were injured, including 3 people who were injured severely. And among the 6 people in the hospital, the taxi driver. Meanwhile, an NYPD official described surveillance video showing over a dozen people trying to lift the taxi up. That taxi driver had pinned 2 women against the wall of that building. Here's more from the NYPD.
A remarkable scene took place. About 15 to 20 New Yorkers attempted to pick this cab off these women. Okay? In total, we have 6 victims at the hospital, including the cab driver. We have 3 critical, 3 non-critical.
Now, NYPD and witnesses describe this sequence of events. The taxi driver heading west on West 29th Street. When he got to the intersection, hit the cyclist while the driver was making a left-hand turn, then slowed down and then picked up speed. The driver jumping the curb and then striking 2 women, pinning them against the taxi. As you can see in the video, the mangled bicycle still in the bike lane at the time. Here's how witnesses described that horrific crash.
Once he hit him, we screaming, yo, hit the guy who hit the bicycle guy. Boy, he panicked right now. We saw the guy under the car. So he dragging the car like a couple, you know what I'm saying, a couple few feet. So he lost the control, step on the gas. The other people sitting on the sidewalk eating, and he everybody. And I had to run back to the store, get some cold water to help that guy with the cycle guy.
We just wanted to get them help. We were asking people for belts so we can get their wounds closed up. She wasn't speaking, or the lady that was underneath the car wasn't talking. The lady that was pinned was a Spanish lady. She was begging for help.
The NYPD official leading that news conference, in his words, said this appears to be an accident. The investigation continues. Shannon?
It could have been anyone, and just a horrifying story. Okay, Dan, thank you.